So I got the 87 DL or GL, PL, CL, GL. Yeah, I can't remember these. Too many white wagons. They all look the same.
What do you mean by that?
But okay, well, what I'm doing today is I'm trying to diagnose that bad squeal that this thing had once I first started it up. So I took the fan clutch off. So the power steering pump is disconnected and the alternator is disconnected. So hopefully I can kind of isolate it to either the power steering pump or the AC compressor. So hopefully we'll figure out where that squeal's coming from. I'm gonna try and start it up and see if we still hear that bad squeal. Okay, it's kind of funny. I did a little more thinking and I went down to look at the crank, and let's see if I can find a place to prop this up so you can see this. It's actually really funny. Let me see. I'm gonna try and find a place. So as you can see, there's the crank, and watch this. That crank pulley is done. Holy moly. I've actually never seen one this bad. Like, that is completely, like the inner metal part has like a rubber end part, and then another metal part for the pulley. And that rubber end part is separated from either side. So that thing's just spinning freely. I'm surprised all the accessories all the other accessory pulleys were actually moving, because that's crazy. Okay, well, I actually have to go to the junkyard to get one of those. I don't have a spare on me, so we're gonna go and see what we can do about that. So I got a assortment of tools that I think I'm gonna need to get the crank pulley off at the junkyard. One of the best practices that I've learned when going to the junkyard is always, or if you can, disassemble what you need to get off first. That way you already have the tools you need to pull it at the junkyard. Because the worst feeling in the world is driving 40 minutes to the junkyard and then figuring out you left, I don't know, 10 mil. So what I got here is I think this is a 24, let me double check. Yep, 24 millimeter for the crank pulley and a big old breaker bar just in case that thing's real stuck. Got a 10 mil. This is for the fan clutch bolts. This is a vice grip just in case the fan clutch bolts are rounded, which they always are. This, like I said, what's funny is in the last video I did say I don't like to buy specific tools for specific jobs, but this one I got for free. This is a crank pulley. It's like a locking tool to lock your pulley to your timing belt tensioner so that you can put enough, stress on the bolt without turning the motor over. So I bought that. I mean, just kidding. I'm bringing that. Did not buy it. It came free with my 88 240 station wagon. This is for the fan shroud. The only thing holding on the fan shroud is two Phillips heads. Usually, who knows? It might be something weird once we get down there. But then this is a 17 for the timing belt tensioner, so that I can take the bolt off, put the tool in there, put the bolt back on, and then go down there and crank on that crank pulley bolt. But hopefully that's all the tools I'll need. I always bring a couple extra just in case. But yeah, hopefully we can get that done today. So while we're waiting for the crank pulley, because I still need to go down in the junkyard and go grab that, we're going to replace this little fan on the fan clutch. Because as you can see, this thing is completely gone. I don't know, I've never seen a fan clutch or a fan that bad, but it definitely needs to be replaced. So we're gonna replace that. The actual clutch feels really good. There's a good amount of resistance on it, so I feel comfortable putting that back onto the car. And yeah. Oh, and we're gonna order a new water pump. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little wet under there. So we're gonna replace that. And that's about it for now. Oh yeah, I did do some research. I was trying to figure out what the heck these wheels were, because the previous owner, he told me that they were a factory Volvo wheel option, but I couldn't find anything Volvo related about these wheels. So I did some research, and on one of the forums, I figured out this is I can't remember the name. I'll put the ad up that I found for these wheels, but I found that these are actually a real three-piece aftermarket wheel from the 80s. The company doesn't exist anymore, but yeah, they're actually pretty cool looking wheels. And this car, I have some Virgos that I've been sitting on for a really long time, so I might take these wheels off because I do not have a cool set of three-piece wheels. So I might take these off, keep them for another day and try and get them refurbished. But yeah, I kind of like those wheels. So yeah, I guess that's just what's going on. What's funny is this part, I think it's called the bucket. I'm not, the three-piece wheel terminology I'm not familiar with, but the bucket, that's supposed to be shiny. So these things are pretty faded, so they definitely need a good refurb, but that can be a project for another day. But yeah, let's keep on working on this thing. So this is the old crank. As you can see if I can, so I'm holding it. The inside just moves by itself. So that's pretty bad. But I got a replacement. It's a junkyard one, but this one doesn't do the same thing. So hopefully this will solve the problem. We're gonna see if that stopped that belt squeal. So we won't know for sure until I hook up like we won't know for sure until I hook up the rest of the belts. The only thing that's not connected right now is the water pump and the alternator. So once I hook those back up, we'll know for sure if it stopped that squeal. But I'm pretty sure, if you guys saw what that crank pulley or the harmonic balancer looked like, it was pretty bad. So yeah, we're gonna move on to replacing the water pump because I already know that's bad. It's leaking pretty good, so we're gonna move on to replacing that guy. Okay.
Hey, big guy, how'd it go in there?
I missed.
What does that mean?
I missed.
Oh, hell no.
That didn't work. God dang. Why is it coming out of there? God damn it. So we're taking out the water pump. I got all the bolts out, except the one for this little heater pipe, because the bolt and the nut, the threads are stripped, so it's just spinning. So I gotta find a way to get that thing out. But yeah, we'll get it out sooner or later. I got it. It took a drill and about 30 minutes of messing with it, but I just drilled the bolt out and it worked. But yeah, any good mechanic, I'm not saying I'm a good mechanic, but any good mechanic will tell you you're one strip bolt away from turning a 5-minute job into a 5-hour job. So let's try and get back on track. I'm gonna clean up the mating surface for the water pump and look for some new bolts, because obviously I had to do that to them. So yeah, we'll get to it. So it's a couple days later. As you guys saw in the last video, or the last part of the video, the water pump does not leak, doesn't leak at all. So now we're good on that part, but I'm still getting a crazy squeal from one of the pulleys. We narrowed it down to, I could have swore it was gonna be that crank pulley, because you saw how bad that was, but it wasn't the alternator because it was still doing it when that was disconnected. It still can be the power steering pump or the AC compressor, which, oh wait, no, it can't be the AC compressor. Oh wait, no, I did take all that off. So yeah, I'm pretty dang sure it's this guy. It's the tensioner for the timing belt. It doesn't look that new, so I'm assuming it should be replaced anyway. And while it was running, the car would stall. Well, it would act like it was about to stall until I gave it some beans, and then it would squeak like crazy and then it would run fine. But this bolt right here, I would touch it and it feel pretty dang hot. A little too hot for something like that. So I'm pretty sure that thing's just seizing up. So we actually got a replacement right here. It was a kind of a cheaper timing belt kit on Amazon. Comes in a really nice packaging, but I don't know. We'll see how it works out. We'll put the timing belt on there. We'll put the tensioner on there. And it does come with, hold on a second. It does come with cam seals, which I don't think we're going to be replacing those today, because these, I mean, they look fine, but I don't know. Maybe they'll leak. I put on new gaskets that might leak when you could just keep the ones that aren't leaking. But yeah, comes with new one. We're gonna throw this on. We're gonna throw the new timing belt on, and hopefully that will stop our little squeal, and hopefully stop our little stalling problem too. So yeah, let's get to it. So I figured out why this one's cheap, or at least this timing belt kit is cheaper, doesn't come with the spring, so I had to reuse it. But to reuse it, you have to take the tension off the spring and disconnect it from the old pulley, which it's not very easy to compress that spring to put it back inside here so you could put it back on the car. But as you can see, I used a clamp. I'm extremely lucky that that didn't just whoop, or that didn't just whoop. I would have been losing the eye, but technically, look at that. Now I can put it back on the car. It's kind of funny, but yeah, let's get back to it. Okay, so hopefully that fixed the problem. We're gonna try and start it up. I think I got everything. I think I got everything in the right place. Hopefully the timing's good. But yeah, hopefully this fixes the problem. I think I might need to adjust the timing a little bit. I might have been off a tooth because it does have a little bit of a hesitation, but definitely no more squeal. I'm gonna let it idle for a little bit longer just to make sure it's completely gone, but I think that fixed the problem. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today's video. We got this guy pretty much running good under its own power. As you saw in the beginning of the video, we got the 86 DL. We got that one running under its own power. But we're still waiting on head gasket parts, so we're gonna wait on that stuff. I think we're gonna do a detail on this car since it is running okay. Probably find some new tires for it in the next video. And I think that's gonna be it for today. But next video, you'll definitely see this guy. We're gonna have to get it all cleaned up. The interior definitely needs a lot of work. And on the 86 DL, I actually went to the junkyard and bought a door because I'm not sure if you noticed on that car, there's a crease on the driver's side door about right there. And there was a 240 down there with a driver's side door that wasn't creased, that was also white. So, I mean, I couldn't turn it down. It was 80 bucks, so got a clean looking door for that. But we'll probably do all that next time. So we'll see you guys later. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you guys like these types of videos. If you do like these types of videos and you know somebody else who might like these videos, share it with them. And remember to drive safe and enjoy your guys' Volvos. We'll see you guys next time.